peeps, mewmew here, and welcome back to Star Ocean Anamnesis. And today we're going to talk about the Gerel event. And basically, this event is going to be ending in 4 days, and this is our first official event, which actually it was also the first JP event when that game, well, when the JP version of the game came out. So I've gone through and finished the entire event. As you probably recall from my first video, I did a few of the quests and talked about the rewards associated to this event. And I want to talk about what the rewards are and also what should you go for. Depending on how many coins you are, of course, there's different things that are within your means of capturing and getting and using for your for your purposes. And everybody's game is differently, so it's important for you to realize where is your game at and what do you need most of right now. Like, do you need a good staff? Do you want to get more characters from the draws? Do you want more enhancing equipment or accessories or this or that? So you know your game better than anyone, better than me, better than I can't tell you what to do. But anyways, there's specific things in the shop that you can get. You can get a rod of feather, which is a 5-star rod, which can be used by specific characters. I'm gonna go ahead and get it. We'll get the first one here that it costs 3,000 to purchase, and we're gonna confirm. It says that I don't have enough slots, so I'm actually gonna increase them, just because eventually I do need more more slots anyways. So we're leaving at 80 for now. We are buying this one rod. So rod of feather 1 will be exchanged. The exchange has been complete. As you can see, it's gone up there. And we can actually go to items to check out this rod. So just briefly, what does this rod do? What does it make it special? And should you go for it? So I actually already have one of the rods. Low-key, I don't recall where I got it. It might have been through quest, or actually I might have summoned it, if I'm recalling correctly. I wish you could remember, get the history of that. So the rod of feather, this is staff manufactured using secret techniques made to look like feathers. It does 20% crush damage, damage dealt to machines by plus 20%, damage dealt plus 15% when attacked hits multiple enemies. So both 5-star rods that I have the same what's it called? The same factors associated to them. From what I was told by somebody else that is using it, it's a really good rod for Mickey. But I don't have Mickey, so I'm actually going to save this one for a different, magician invoker that I get, especially if I'm ever against machines, which you do fairly often during the storyline. I think in chapter 3, there's definitely machines as bosses, so it's definitely something that you will definitely use. And if you're doing any attacks that does crush, you get an extra bonus damage there, and that's great. And something that you want to consider is whenever you uncap a weapon, you can uncap them to 5. So for example, for weapons it's 5, for units it's 10. If I scroll a little bit, you'll see that for my booster one, like for example this 2-star, it's cap level 5. If I happen to have another boost one and try to give it to it, so like for example wave blades, I have another one. So if I want to go wave blades, I have to go to enhance. I wish you could do it all in the same menu. So if you go to enhance my wave blades and then try to select the wave blades, they don't show up in the top because they are not something you should be using on it. Other than but you can use it in order to just increase the level. So as you can see, that cap increase is not increasing at all. So cap increase attained has 5, and base item will be enhanced, all others will be used, and you confirm, and then it tells you cap increases max out of 5. You are using more equipment than or materials than necessary. These extra items will have no effect on the base item. Proceed anyway. I'm not going to do it, but you know, if you want to take this to increase the star rating of this weapon, you do need various other weapons of its star value in order to take it up to the next one. So, you know, just, you know, keep that in mind. And so that is a max of 5. So we're going back and we're going to go to the rest of the exchange. And actually, you don't have to go that way. You can just click on shop and then go to item shop. Oops, sorry. Item exchange. And then you'll click on the legacy Gerel coin exchange. So as you see, well, the one that we bought is on the bottom. It's gone. So in order to max it, you need 5. So if you buy them all from here, you will take it to 5, just flat out. If you get another one from from the gacha, then you have an extra one. And if you want to evolve your weapon any further, you do need various of that same level of that star rating. So even if you are not going to focus on the rod of feather, you can use it in order to augment your weapon. So for example, sorry, I keep going back and forth, just because, you know, thought process. So if you wanted to transmute a weapon, such as, you know, my Umbra Blast, one of the things is that I only have 2 other 5 stars right now. And also, your weapon needs to be at at max level. So your weapon needs to be at max level, and you have to have 5 random 5-star weapons in order to use them as fodder. So as you can see, there's 2 there. I need a few more in order to be able to use them as fodder. Anything that has been equipped by any of my other characters is not selectable, but you know, that's one use for it. If you don't want the rod of feather because you're not going to use it, you can at least have it as fodder. So it might end up being lower in your priority of items that you want to get. So considering that, we're actually going to skip those for a second. There's also a fire amulet, which it basically helps you with resisting to burns, which is really good for some of the mazes. So we're actually going to get it. And then the anti-paralysis, that's important. And, you know, especially as you're doing quests, you see that, oh, I'm getting paralyzed a lot. Then next time you go into it, you can make sure that your, you know, the character that you don't want paralyzed has the appropriate thing. The anti-poison, it's also very good, especially in the maze of poison. And I think I already have one, but it's never bad to have another. So, oops. Yeah, we'll just increase we'll eventually get to 100. We'll increase to 90 already. Okay, so we'll get the anti-poison amulet. I did have 61,000 coins before starting this video, so it's very, you know, it goes very quickly. So another thing that we have here is the large limit breakers, which are 10,000 each. When you do these, you do require them to be able to limit break a unit if you don't have a copy, which, you know, I'll show you whenever I have the materials to limit break somebody. I don't know if I have enough for that, but that is something definitely I recommend you getting because they're not that common. So it's definitely worth getting. I'm gonna get the 4 to 5 star tickets, definitely. So they're both gotten. Then we have the 5-star weapon ticket, of course. We want all the 5-star weapons. Then we have the rare rainbow platinum prisms, which these give you a vast amount of experience to the user. So this does not matter which class you're giving it to. This is kind of agnostic to all of them. And so, but that is something that you can get. I mean, they're definitely not the most important thing that you need, but it definitely helps out. Another thing here is the platinum hammer. So this platinum hammer, it actually helps you level up your 5-star weapons, you know, faster because it's giving you more experience. I'm gonna get these because I do want to work on the gun for Maria, It's only currently level 5, so definitely something I really want. The gold hammer and silver hammer are not that important to me, or at least right now. The rainbow crystal is something that is, you definitely need it for augmenting your units, but you can get through farming. So if you can get it through farming, I consider it a little bit less important. The barrier blaster is definitely something you should go for because there is a very finite number and ways to get barrier blasters, so I definitely recommend those. And then there was only one here. Mission tickets, so parchment used to participate in special missions. So this is for you to be able to unlock missions that are not currently available, and you can unlock them while they're locked, basically. So those are worth getting. I do have 31,000, so I am gonna go and just try to get the rest of the Rod of Feather. I'm gonna... Oh, it's just one? Oh, I can only buy one at a time. Oh, inventory slots. Oh, that's probably why. My inventory slots are full. And yes, we're gonna expand it to 100. I've spent so many gems on expanding my slots right now in this video. So yes, we will get it. And now we have 3 here. We're gonna go for it. And we only have 10,000 left. So I currently, the only thing I can do is buy one of the limit breaker large, and I do want those last 2, but I currently only have 70 coins left. So basically tomorrow I will, and before the event leaves, I will farm this event in order to be able to get 20,000 coins, which actually does not take very long, less than an hour, and you can get it. It is you know, much easierly guaranteed way for you to get the materials you need, well, you know, to be able to collect things. I think personally I am gonna try to get the limit breaker material definitely, and then we'll try to get the rainbow platinum prisms as, you know, second priority, then gold hammers, then rainbow prisms, and actually the rainbow crystal might take a second, you know, backseat to the platinum ingot because of money. You need money to be able to augment your units, and I feel like future, you know, looking in the future, that's something I might need a little bit more. And actually I kind of wish I could like click it to see. It just says a vast amount of full, and I actually have 22. So, you know, definitely, you know, consider what you need for your game and like what you need like right now. You do currently have 4 days, and probably whenever I release this video, you might have 4 days left. So make sure you concentrate on what you need for your game before the, you know, event leaves. I mean, it's basically materials for free, as long as you're willing to, you know, to grind out the event a little bit, and, you know, join multiplayer with other people. It really does help. So that has been us talking about the rewards, what's worth, what's not, and at least priority of what it is. If you have a ton of coins, just get everything, you know, indiscriminately. But if you don't and you want to focus on different things, I hope that this has helped you better decide on what you want to get for yourself. Let me know in the comments below, what are you focusing on, and did you enjoy this event that we're having right now? Also, links in the bottom of the description. I will give you the link to my Twitch channel so you can come join me on stream. I stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central. Sometimes a little later, sometimes surprise streams, which you can find out about on Twitter. So, links are in the description. Thank you also very much for watching, and until next time, meow.